Reality.tv.
And welcome to the coverage from the second game. We hopefully got some more vision in your screen and changed a few things around. Get some commentators for you shortly. George has just sat down for us. Thanks for joining us, George.
Hello.
No worries. So I'll just reset some settings. A pretty quick turnaround. I'll get that going for you. And we'll find you a capable second commentator soon.
Yep, so welcome back to the second game of Week 4 Adelaide Super League. We've got Southside Riptide trying to win their first game up against the East Adelaide Force, another one of the 2-1 teams coming in. Big pull by Madx. We'll have Connor coming in soon. He's just going to grab some drinks. Wilson's offering to join me. Will puts that one deep to nothing. Talas just gets that D easily. Picks it back up. Madx looking with the shoulder fakes. Not much happening for him. Slow cuts up the field. Seems like a stall out here. That's defensive pressure happening. Connor's coming back. Yep. Connor Fletcher's back to join in the commentary booth. Won't be able to hear yourself. Well, you can hear yourself. Oh, I can't hear myself. Okay, so what just happened was there was a stall out. And I think someone scored, but I didn't quite see that. Here we go. Okay. Yep. So I think Madx got stalled out there. It wasn't really his fault. I feel like a lot of the Southside Riptide team making lazy cuts. Yeah. It's cold. Yeah, how's it feel? 2 weeks in a row, made the winning play. The defensive play last week.
What can I say? Defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Complete turnaround from last year, that's all I'll say.
Yeah. Finally found your form.
No, I will say it's definitely a team effort. Definitely a captain's effort as well.
You know, PR answer.
Being on Wilson's team does make it easy.
Sure.
Big cheers, Rexy. Thank you.
30 picking up this now. He's coming back from carrying Hostawak.
Oh, yeah, carrying Hostawak. I don't know who's doing the carrying on that team.
No, he's doing the carrying. See, look at that. Oh, no. It's just gone a bit too far.
Commentator's curse, man. I reckon you count some chickens before they'd hatch, mate.
No, that wasn't his fault. It was overthrown.
Yeah, definitely team fault again.
He's looking at parlay on the other team. So 30, this is a Hoss versus Ellipsis game.
Exactly. Looks like we got Sean Lace picking up the disc here. Over to Joseph.
Oh, a bit of a bobble. The wind starts to pick up a little bit.
Oh, I thought that was a Callahan there. Whew, I was ready to get loud. Over to Greg.
He's looking for his handlers. Nothing in the dump space.
Oh, Sid's so free. Where's
Sid
the player?
bailout.
Out to Powley. Look at him in his little Mondays, kit.
I know.
He was just.
Drop
by
that was a pretty
cold drop. Throw. I'd like to say that. You know, Murray normally reels those ones in.
He had to reach back quite a bit for that one.
Nah, no way, mate.
Could have been a better throw.
We got Madx here. 50% chance of a turnover right now.
Oh!
And there we go. There's our 50-50. What can I say, mate?
Flip the coin.
Flip the coin. Unfortunately, they've lost this time. We got Sean Lace picking up the disc here. Out over to Greg.
Yep.
Greg,
he puts
big
it deep.
launch to Jin. Oh! Pulls it down. Can he convert, though?
Conservation of greatness happening. Makes a safe play.
Over to Joe. Normally quite chilly when he gets to these spots. Let's see what he does with it here.
Just puts it forward.
I can't see anything. Has he reeled it?
I think he's
No, he has not.
Never quite got a hold of that one.
Joseph's just warming up right now, mate.
Yeah, he'll get there.
He won't have another one like that. That's fine.
Yeah, Palais bagging on other people for wearing the Australia kits, and then comes up with his own Barramundi's outfit. So
I was almost going to call him a full kit wanker tonight because I thought he was wearing the full thing. But he has got some Outbreak shorts on, so that's all right. But he has got my number on. So when I go for that Barramundi's team in a couple of years, I'm going to have to take it off him.
Yeah. Oh, no. Just pops up over 30.
Joseph with the free points. And does he throw the assist?
Guess that's that one.
Oh, is he in?
Yeah,
yes, he's in.
Thank you for the hand signal. It makes our job easy.
Fantastic. That's an easy 5 points for Joseph there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, looks like we've got a little bit of a contest here.
Oh. After he calls the goal. So that was Joe to...
Wait, it's an out.
Oh.
Look at that. A little bit of spirit coming out of Jin. That's nice to see. Not like the last game. Oof, I'll tell you what.
There was a long call that happened in the middle of the field. Not sure what that was about.
Oh, mate. You know, just two people who think they know the rules. Classic ultimate.
Beauty of self-refereed sports.
Exactly. No, I won't say that. You know, Sam O'Connell and Tim definitely know their rules, and they both have perspective on it. So happens, you know, those sort of calls happen. And
usually two people who are a bit better at the rules than most.
Oh, definitely, you know. Two of probably the most spirited players I know,
the CSL league director and the
What's happened
state
there?
league director.
What's happened there? Got too distracted, chuffing up some boys to realise what's even going on with the game. What's happened here? A little bit of turnover.
I'm not sure. I don't want to say it's 30 because
who threw that one away? 30?
Oh
Classic.
I've just been talking up 30 this entire time, and now he's just gone and done it. I should stop talking players up. Everyone sucks.
You know what it is? He's expecting good cuts, but then he remembers that he's playing in South Australia. So.
Whoa. This is the highest level ultimate there is in South Australia.
No, truth.
Okay.
Oh, great around throw by Murray there. Didn't expect that one out
Joey
of him.
taking that very casually and throwing that very casually.
Classic Joseph, though.
Well, Murray's working hard at this point. Oh, no.
Murray's popped it up. And looks like another turn. And he's picking it up here. A little bit of a coin flip again. What's going to happen here?
Goes wide to 30. He's looking.
Now, I was going to say some stuff about 30, and then I didn't want to jinx him. Ooh. But looks like I didn't even need to say anything because he's just throwing away himself.
Yeah. Try to keep that one in, but unfortunately didn't quite come back in enough.
It was very close. There was just a little bit too much pressure there.
Speculative throw, regardless of whether it's coming back in or not. John Bruce just arrived, so the #1 pick is in the building.
What are we thinking about this red team? Looks like they have all of their picks out tonight. I've heard they've got Big Dinner John Brill out. They've got 30, Mr. Hossman. They've got Talis even, I think, is out.
Yeah, I thought Talis was injured for the whole season, but he's back. And Joe's just thrown that one away.
Another throwaway by Joseph. Out to Sando. This is a good person to have on the disc this close to the end zone. Lots of experience out of Sando. And a great around throw to Maddox.
Oh, amazing.
There's their score.
Okay, so it turns out you just give Sando the disc because all these other kids can't do anything.
I mean, if you're talking about Sando, I reckon he's got more experience in his pinky finger than the rest of these players combined. So, you know.
I want to put up Talis is getting old.
That's true. He is getting old. He's looking a bit scraggly. Not going to lie.
Honestly, he looks older than Sando.
True. Oh, no.
I would say that Sando's looking pretty nimble out there.
He is. Honestly, the last couple of weeks, some of the plays he's been making, mate. Going back to that 2016 regionals, I reckon, when they won, they came first. I reckon it was 2016. Big layout by Sando. I'm sure some people have already seen that play.
Probably been the best player so far for the Southside Riptide, especially
100%.
with John Brill and Ferdy being away.
Oh, definitely. Mate, even with them there, I reckon he's probably one of the better players on the team.
Maybe.
What are we thinking about this black team? What are we thinking? They've been playing pretty well recently. Went down last week after their first loss. And then also, Pally's first loss in Super League ever.
Wow.
Was he saying anything about it, or was he a bit too
No, well, he was going on about how the other team didn't win, he lost. So he admitted that he lost, but he wouldn't admit that Wilson won. But
Classic.
he hasn't given Wilson any sort of credit whatsoever. Even when Wilson won Super League last year, he said, "Oh, that was me." Wilson didn't win. I won it.
Classic Pally. Now, we have a little group chat for our Outback Z1 team, and Wilson's nickname is second best Super League captain. As soon as we won, I didn't mind. I just went on the group chat and changed it to best Super League captain. Pally's not in it, so he doesn't see it.
There you go.
Going out to Greg here. Out to Pally. Now this black team is a lot of cutters, but I reckon cutters who sometimes get a little bit hot-headed and they like to throw.
Yeah, they have some suspicious throws, like
just
that
like
one.
that.
Think they can do a little bit too much.
That wind is a bit fierce tonight, though. Throwing those upwind crossfield throws with a strong mark are generally pretty hard. Even our strong throwers like Hong and myself are having trouble throwing those back up around.
Just give yourself a strong throw.
I did, mate.
That's true. You
You
did throw that last assist to win the
Exactly,
game.
mate. You only remember the last play.
Well, it's just like 30 through the last throw for Hoss to make walk as we see.
Oh!
Big throw.
Now, can Freddie convert here? Oh, we've got a little bit of a trip in the end zone by Big Dinner.
Goes back to Sando,
Back to
who you
Sando.
want the disc with. He puts it up.
What
Wes.
a throw! dude.
Sando's a Wes.
Sando putting the team on his back.
My goodness, that's just two fat side flicks for goals for Sando now.
Dimes. Look at Wes pointing out into that space, into that fat side space.
Oh.
He knew Sando had that throw
Perfect.
from the very start.
Oh,
Fantastic start by this red team. Just like the last time they played black, actually.
well, that's true, actually. They went up 4-1 up against East Adelaide Force last time.
I think we've got a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors here on our hands in terms of the teams at the moment.
Yeah.
Red seem to have that little bit of an edge on black, even though they lost last time. I reckon they have a strong chance this time. White had that little bit of an edge on us. We have a little bit of an edge on that black team. White had a big edge on that red team. Yeah. No, I do like the league. I reckon it's super close. I
Yeah.
still think it's anyone's game, you know. Red, now that they have their players back, if they just put a solid 3 weeks together, they have a shot for the finals.
I agree.
If things go right.
It's still early. There's still 6 games to go. Only 3 games have passed so far.
Exactly. Still, 6 games.
Oh, and the pool play, yes. So after this is this game and 5 more.
Mate, I didn't even know that. I thought there were only 3. I thought there were only 2 games to go after this one. So
No. Well, actually, maybe. You probably know the league better than I do.
no, you're probably right, George.
Yeah, I'm probably more on the ball, I think.
They wouldn't go 2 round robins. They'd go 3. That makes sense. It is the most elite league in South Australia.
True.
You know.
The most elite Opens League, of course, the most
Yes, no, my
most
fault.
elite mixed league, state league,
Yes,
won
very
by
true.
Kevin Lazard and Alice, who's not here tonight.
Who?
Not Ben Palais. Ben Palais sucks.
Ben Pally does suck. That
Dog
is
running
true.
past the screen. Big pool coming.
George Joseph isn't on the field, mate. He's not running past the screen
He's
right now.
picked this up. So Jin handling now.
Jim with the disc, back to
Old
Joseph.
school handler. Oh,
Oh,
that's a low
mate.
throw.
What is he doing?
I don't know, but like everyone could see that coming, but I don't think anyone saw it being that low. I think Tyler runs through for that D. And 30.
What have we got here? A timeout. Oh, they
Early
must really
timeout.
want this point. But if you go by statistics, actually, it's an 80% chance that there will be a turnover on the first throw. Did you know that? That's actually crazy.
I haven't actually been keeping track. We should get someone to keep track of that. But wow, that was a low throw by Joe. Quite
Mate,
unexpected, I think.
He's not having a good game, honestly. I think he's channeling some Connor Fletcher last year vibes.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
really is. Maybe.
Really, really is. Where is he? Where is he? I can't see him. Oh, well. I was going to give him a little bit of a heckle, but that's all right.
Might be because Alice isn't here, so.
That's true. Oh, look at him. There he is.
No one can reel that team in.
There he is, trudging off the field.
Yeah. So we all know Alice is the true captain of this team.
That's
and,
true. Ben Pally is just the the puppet.
Yeah.
Alice
she's
is the puppeteer.
She's the puppeteer.
She's the dark shadow master working the magic behind the scenes.
She leaves for 1 week and the whole team's in shambles.
It's true. What can you say? What do you reckon this black team's saying right now?
Let me get a mood check.
Mood check.
He's adding a bit of intensity already.
He's a little bit intense, but not as intense as last year, mate. If you're on Pally's line last year, he'd poach for 3 points and then he'd take you off the field and ask you why the hell you're not finding Ds. It was terrible. F this, F that, mate. What a fun leader sometimes. But, you know, he definitely has cooled down. The last couple times I've heard him chat to these teams, he definitely does have a little bit more of a chill mind. Maybe after making that Brown Mondays team, he's finally feels like he's made it. Doesn't need a...
Yeah. Of course, qualify for WAC with Ellipsis.
That's true. They didn't beat Sunder, though.
No, they didn't.
So, you know, Ellipsis who, really?
True. What's the ideal number of games in a day when you play tournaments? I saw that they played 2 a day.
2 a day?
For 4 games in total. Seemed nice.
I reckon you just do 3 and 1 in that situation. You just go 3 on one day, 1 on the second day, just to organize the seatings, and then everyone gets to go home early. People are coming from interstate or something.
Sure. 30 throws it right back.
That's all right, mate. You got to go back to go forward. Look at that. There's some net gain.
Ooh, was having a sniff of that one.
Out to
Curtis here.
Oh, Curtis, that's his name. Back to 30.
30's working hard at this point.
He does love to work hard. He's trying to prove something, I reckon.
Classic.
And red up again.
Ooh.
I reckon he was definitely in. He definitely had that back foot in. Pally's already walking away. I reckon it's been decided. Where's our cameraman? He should be doing our little replays here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a score. If there's one thing Joseph is, he's a pushover. If someone says something, he'll just agree. Let's have a look.
Right, see, that's right here. That's their first and second pick coming together.
Let's have a look. Definitely had that back foot down there. Easy as that. Big dinner, coming in, making the plays, making the scores.
Oh, 3-1. Big early start again.
Great early start, mate.
Much like the first week.
It's pretty easy when you have players like Joseph Petrie just throwing the disc away left and right, you know.
He's walking by sheepishly.
It's all right. He'll pick it up. He always figures out a way to pick it up. Red in a good spot. In a very, very good spot. If they can just hold on to this energy, this feeling, I reckon they have got this in the bag. What do you think of that last game, George? What do you think? Expected outcome?
You got out to a big break, and then somehow they started to bring it back, and I was actually starting to sweat that the Flyers might actually come back and win it, but...
Not going to lie, when Singh got that first D on me, I was not feeling too good, Mr. Stark.
He was playing some great defense on you.
He was playing some very good defense.
How happy were you that Nathan Dignam didn't come out tonight? Because he would have been your other matchup.
Mate, I feel honoured, honestly.
Yeah.
When I get picked 7th, and then I get the number 1 and the number, what is Singh? Number 4?
Yeah.
Number 4 and number 2 pick? Pretty honoured, honestly. Pretty chuffed.
I mean, they know they've got to shut you down.
Oh, exactly, mate. You know.
They're terrified of the big Connor Fletcher throws.
That's all right. They shouldn't be. They honestly shouldn't be worried, mate. When I throw the disc deep, there's like an 80% chance it is not going to complete.
Yeah, but they're scared of that 20%.
I'm just like Gareth when I throw it deep, honestly. I take the worst options, but somehow I just complete.
Oh, high release flick.
Great high release flick to Will.
Will's got that one.
That is an ellipsis player throw right there.
Yeah.
Out to the side, and Greg finishes it to Keith.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
That's great. Greg got a disc a couple times at that point. He's going to get this one here as he watches the replay. Greg gets that one back. And then continuation. Keith is so free out here.
Curtis just can't keep up, mate. That's fair. Keith is fast.
Yeah.
There's a player who doesn't play as much as he should, honestly.
Yeah.
But I get it. He's moving on with his life. Bought a house.
Yeah.
Getting married.
Old people things.
Old people things,
Uh,
mate.
Opted in to play a City Social League instead of going down to Flinders for the Southern Open.
That is a boomer move.
I can respect it. Came to play John Dirty 2.0.
Oh, mate. If I got to play with John Arn,
No, they didn't actually get to play with John. He didn't even play.
where is John Arn at the moment? Last time I saw him, it was 3 a.m. at Dynasty. Everyone was getting kicked out. And everyone was just shouting, John Arn, John Arn.
Sounds like Honga State League.
Never see the man out anymore. What is he doing with himself?
I
these
think
days?
right now he's in Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Going for a holiday, catching some COVID.
Yeah. Hopefully he brings it back here. What I would give for just
2 weeks off.
a little week of lockdown. You know, just a little one.
Well, I spent about 100 minutes sitting next to Ben Parley just before, so maybe I'll get it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm spending 100 minutes sitting next to you, mate. So
Alright. Well, they're taking a long time for this pool.
now they're taking a little bit of a while, aren't they?
Not sure what's happening. Don't know who's not ready. Both teams don't have their hands up.
Who have we got on this forced D
There
line?
it is.
Looks like a strong D line coming on now. We got Sean Lace actually returning to play Div 1 Outbreak this year
Yeah,
on the D line. He's looking strong, honestly. Looking like one of the stronger players. Has got a lot to learn though in terms of the new systems. Hasn't played high-level Ultimate in a couple years now, and things have definitely changed since his last Div 1.
I'd trust him to pick things up quickly.
Oh, he's definitely a smart player, and he's one of those guys who, you know, when he wants something, he'll go 110% to get it.
Oh.
He loves working hard. He's always the person who's working the
Got a
hardest.
zony look going on now. And Ferdy, this is where Ferdy thrives. Short throws.
100% this is where he thrives.
Working
Short
hard.
throws, working hard, getting every second disc. Classic Joltiment here.
But it's quite a different look. Joltiment is more big throws and getting it back.
Yeah, Joltiment is big throws and getting it back, or it's more standstill. It's not so
Yeah.
jinky. Whereas Ferdy definitely plays a lot more. Oh, who was that too? I don't reckon that was Sando at all. Oh.
I think he was trying to keep it in.
Andy calling it out, not my job, but I reckon that's a drop going on Andy's score sheet right now.
Yeah, but I think he was trying to keep that one in.
Oh, definitely.
Going a bit far out.
Got a backhand force here. Good choice with Sean Lace. Now, look, I'm not going to make fun of Joseph, but he really shouldn't be getting it up the line that often. He does make some good moves, does make some good fakes out of his basketball days, but he's a powerful thrower. No one should be letting him get up the line like that.
Yeah.
Especially Big Dinner. Look at that. He's just, again.
But he did make a pretty cheeky cut there, went backwards. Very convincing.
John Brill just giving him his back, honestly. Back out to Ben. Down the line to Murray. Now, this is where they're probably going to clamp on here, but where he's just playing too loose on the Ben Pally matchup here. Up to Ben. They're just jamming it down this cram hole right now. They don't want to come off that sideline.
Yeah, very much like last game.
Very happy to just jam, jam, jam. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, they just keep giving it back on that sideline. Not a big fan of it, honestly.
I reckon there's a turn coming here.
But here we go.
comes.
It's off. Continuation, and they've got all the space in the world.
Too easy.
To Kevin.
Kevin Lazada uses quick attack, as Gareth would say.
Yeah.
Very good cut.
Finally, they get it off the sideline here.
And look at that. As soon as they get off the sideline, there's Kevin going.
Sean Lace.
Easy as that.
A lot of players on this team, probably the green lights towards the end zone.
Oh, definitely, mate.
Joe,
Definitely.
Sean. Paolo give himself a green light any day of the week.
1 second, mate. I just got to see what's happening with dinner, mate. 1 second. Sing. Are you leaving? Are we done dinner? Yeah. After. Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. You guys want bubble tea? Nah, I'm good, mate.
I'm good, thanks.
You know who wants the bubble tea? I reckon Rex wants the bubble tea. And I'm back after getting scolded by Dad. That's alright though, you know. We're not shook up by it. That's alright. That's alright. We'll just keep it PC, as you said.
Yeah, I think it's honestly the late time slot. Ben Paolo's definitely keeping a lot more mellow. Maybe he's trying to psych himself in for the game. When Ben Paolo's in the late time slot commentating, it's a bit of a disaster. I'm trying to reel him in, keep him humble.
Disasters are good. Never keep him humble, mate.
No, I have to. I mean, I'm just going to say thank goodness he lost last week because thank goodness you put him in the dirt, put him in his place.
Mate, not going to lie, he's wearing my fucking number. Oh, sorry.
Please, watch yourself.
Sorry. I got to watch the language. My bad.
Whoa,
Great
big
grab by
grab.
Talis there.
That's old school Talis right there.
We got Greg on the mark.
Birdie's back. Birdie really messing.
Talis with a great throw through the cup. And they continue it. Oh.
Big throw.
Wow.
Amazing. They're back up to the lead, 4-3. Breaking through that cup like it's nothing.
Look at that throw by Talis. Breaks it open. Scary comes through.
Scary,
and they score it.
Big throw. Who was that to?
Oh, Pally almost making the blind beat on that.
I couldn't quite see who that throw was to.
A little bit of people a little bit antsy right now. A little bit of Will and Andy getting into each other. I like that.
Yep.
I like that, you know? There's no spirit in Super League, so I reckon a little bit of banter is completely allowed. It's completely allowed, you know? You never say it at them, but you'll make some cheeky little quips here and there. You'll say, here's a mistake coming, boys, stuff like that. Just in earshot, or they haven't got this point, boys, or something like that. You just rile them up, you know?
I mean, everyone's got different strategies. I know Sean Lace is a big fan of just cheering on the other team sarcastically from the sideline.
Perfect. I love that. You know, and you got to have a little bit of banter. It puts more on the line.
That's true.
If you don't banter, then it's just like, oh, you know, like a team won, a team lost, whatever.
If you don't hate the other team by the end of the game, it's like, where are you going to find the fire to beat them?
Well, I'm not going to lie, George. When we were, I think it was 8-13, 9-13, I did say we were sending them home in the point where we got the turn.
Yep. And
then they scored 3 in a row, and I was sweating. I was sweating. I was eating my words. Gareth was like, are you sending us home yet? And I was like, I hope on this point, mate.
And then you sent them home.
Exactly. And then we, sent them home. Joseph with the disc. Now, I don't know if they should be sending it up to Joe here.
No, you got to have trust in your handlers still.
Who is that marking Joseph?
Oh, he's some sort of call.
Tim Stevens on Joseph Petrie. What do you think of that matchup? What do you think of that matchup?
I think it's a pretty good matchup because you're trying to stop him from getting the disc.
Yeah.
Although Tim Stevens is more of a straight line.
Definitely. He's more of a straight line speed sort of guy. He doesn't...
Not jinky.
Pally with it on the end zone.
He's got it.
And he was close on both of those, honestly.
Yep.
Black still not looking steady, is what I'll say.
Yeah, Paolo was a big maybe for this game. Just coming back from Melbourne. Had to get his negative test result for COVID test before coming.
Well, thank God he was here. Otherwise, you know, I reckon this Black team would be in a bit of strife, honestly.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people messaged him today.
A lot of people messaged him, huh?
Because they wanted to know if he was playing for fantasy reasons.
Classic, you know. Yeah.
Of course, that's all anyone cares about.
No one ever messages me about fantasy. I wonder why.
Yeah. After last year, it's probably not happening.
Mate,
but maybe after this year, it will be happening.
I heard I was the most picked player in week 1.
Oh, because you're so dirt cheap.
Exactly, and they knew that I couldn't go any lower. Honestly.
Or maybe it's because they filled up their entire team. They're like, oh, we need 3 subs. Who are the 3 cheapest players?
Exactly. But George, you know what? I'd
You're
rather be
making them
cheap
all.
and get picked than not get picked at all. You know, I'm like that week-old bread in the dollar bin at the IGA, mate. At least I'm getting picked in the end, you know. I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah, I think there was a week where Nathan Dignam scored something like 10 points, but no one had him
Really?
on their team. So yeah, that's usually a player that gets these pretty consistently.
I would always have Nathan Dignam on my team, honestly, if I played fantasy. He's like
Yeah.
a guaranteed D machine.
And goal machine.
Oh, 30 with a great stop there. Out to John Brill, back to 30.
Here we go.
This is definitely...
30's moving.
They're definitely looking to move it through 30 a lot tonight, you know. After he wasn't here last week, he's got a lot of...
Oh, no.
Oh!
That was
Talos
great.
with a great bid. Now, there's a player. He will always get on his stomach for a disc.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't think he's going to make it, even if he's playing defense, he will always make a bid for a disc.
So
One of those players I
a
really
lot of
wish...
holes on this field.
Holes? Yes, definitely. Mate, all those little markers in the middle of the field right now, all big divots. Super scary to play around, honestly.
Yeah. Sid looking here. He's looking for his dump. Finally gets it back to Pele.
Pally on
He
Tim.
just sends it.
Looking like a turnover here.
Ooh, yeah. Forgot that he sounds Greg.
That's true. You know what they say about tall people, George? Can't teach height.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter if Ferdy is a... What do they even call them? Hossian? What would you call someone from Hoss?
Oh, Hossa.
A Juggernautian?
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right, cool. Doesn't matter if you're playing for, what, the third best WAC team? Did they come third?
They came third.
Yeah, the third best WAC team. Can't beat Greg. Black taking the lead back with a little bit of a break here. Red need to just stem this bleeding. This is where they definitely get a little bit in their heads. They like to just go, oh, you know, we don't have a chance of winning this. This is where they just need to go, hey, we got up the first 3 points. We can do it again.
Yeah, they're definitely looking more competitive this game, though,
100%.
compared to the last 2 weeks. It was looking a bit brutal, but they're back. Full strength roster.
That's what happens when you're missing the big dinner, you know?
Sure, when he's too good at
start going
basketball.
What else do we have to talk about here, George? Let's talk about our commentary team. Right now. Who have we been commentating with the last couple of weeks? Who do you rate as the most fun people to commentate with?
Well, I commentate with Ben Pele every week.
Okay.
Because he just loves watching himself and listening to
He
himself.
does love to talk, doesn't he?
He is very self-absorbed. It's very easy to commentate with him. It's a lot of banter, a lot of John Arn talk. Just, oh, Freddie sends it here.
John always wins this.
Ooh, bounce out of his hands. Uncharacteristic.
There's a foul call.
That's foul call.
Look, you know, John Brill's a pretty spirited guy. I don't think he'd normally make a call unless he really honestly did think that it was a foul. I reckon it's pretty honest.
Yep. I think
Sid
Sid might have
definitely was
ran into
moving-
him backwards.
Sid definitely was moving into his space. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a fair call to make.
It's a fair call to make, but did John just drop it? Maybe. Maybe.
We'll have a chat about it regardless.
What do we think of our classic 30-second rule here, George? 30 seconds to make a call. What do we think? I reckon it's a bit too short, honestly. Sometimes you need a little bit of time to...
You do need a bit of time to talk it out.
Yeah. Especially when energy's high and people are a little bit hot-headed. The worst thing I hate hearing is, like, you know, when you're having a good discussion with someone and then someone chirps out of nowhere,
Make a call.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're talking it out here. Give us a second.
Looks
you
like
know?
it's a contested foul call.
I'm happy with that outcome, I think.
Yep.
I'm happy with that outcome.
Could have gone either way. Both had their points, I think.
Great throw by Ferdy, though. Just needs to put it a little bit further next time.
Maybe some more throwing practice with 30. See if he sends it deep again. John Rudd does have the advantage here.
Oh, 100%. Look at
Except
Tim in the middle.
Murray's poaching off to help him out.
These poached players just need to go get the disc, you know?
Yep.
Recognize where anyone who gets picked for Super League should be good to recognize when they're poached and know what to do.
Sends it. It's coming back to 30. Looking fantastic. It's a great throw.
What can you do with that matchup, though, honestly?
Yeah.
When you've got Juggernautian,
Yep. Scary right
Ramadan.
here. Inside out, backhand. Just nicely comes back for 30.
Great throw, honestly, for a player like Ferdy. Into space, let him run onto it. Great throw. Scary has been throwing very well the last couple of weeks, honestly.
Starting to cool down, getting a bit chilly.
It is a little bit cold. I wish I'd brought a jumper out, honestly. When I left the house, I was like, oh, it's warm.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. All good. But now, a little bit cold. A little bit cold. One thing I'm a little bit cut to miss out on being in this commentary booth is the amount of banter that you get to shout at the players
That is true.
on the sideline.
You do get to shout at the players, but
It's fine. We can just talk about them here instead.
yeah, exactly. And then you can watch back on your own talking and listen to how much crap you talk.
Exactly. So, Red tying it up, 5-all.
Yeah, it was a great point before. Scary with the great throw.
Great. John Arn. Where's John Arn? Probably gambling in the casino right now, I reckon.
Whoa.
Gambling all that apparent Bitcoin money that he's been making over the last couple of months. Or was it Doge? I can't remember. But man's really one of those classic Sigma male crypto investors right now.
We have enough gambling talk in sports. We don't need to bring it to Ultimate as well.
All right.
Let's cool it.
Me and Andy do love to have a little cheeky bet every now and again on the game, though. A little bit of a beer bet.
I did hear about the beer bet in week 2.
Yeah, I did.
You lost them all.
I did lose a couple of beers in week 2. It wasn't great. That's all right. We'll make them back. We always make them back. Rex is actually enjoying one of the beers that he won off me right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to make it interesting. You got to make this sport interesting somehow.
Exactly. Joe picking up the disc again, back in the middle.
Great throw to Ben Powley.
He's got the 30 matchup now.
Powley back to Sean Lace.
Looks off wheel.
Maddox with some great defense on Joseph there.
Just throws it high.
Now there's a whack matchup. Joseph with a
Oh,
big
that's
reel.
A great grab. Looking just up the line for something.
And he's not even putting a mark on right now. I don't know what he's
Going
really
out.
thinking here.
Got all the space in the world to work with now.
Looking Powley. Here it comes. Oh, so open. Will, nice and calm, out to Jin.
Someone has to go there.
Oh, and Will with the reel.
That was probably intended for Keith, but
Probably intended for Keith as well. That's what I would say. We've got some Will supporters here on the sideline right now. Gratuitous, honestly. He's just trying to make himself look good for the camera.
yeah, exactly.
I don't reckon he needed to lay at all. You know, players who lay, they're just not fast enough to actually get the disc on their legs.
That's true. That's true. I've actually never seen Nathan Dignam lay. No,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
not
You know,
true.
when they're fast enough, they don't need to lay.
Oftentimes, Nathan Dignam, everyone yells at him to lay, and then he just says, nah, I'm good. And he just
I'll just
runs.
run through it. That's
Yeah.
fine. But then you get players like Joseph, you know. Not fast enough, still shedding a bit of that KFC weight. You know,
Well, he has been looking good.
he has been looking good.
Recently.
I won't lie.
But then you also have players like Sean Davis. He just likes to put on a bit of a show, honestly.
Oh, yeah, you know, when they've only got that going for him, you know.
Yeah.
That Monday night at Frisbee.
I've only ever seen him lay out when there's a camera nearby.
That's true. He does make big plays, though. Like, right now, I would call him the better Davis. Even though we did beat him this week.
Yeah.
He still is the slightly better Davis, especially since he made the Div 1 team and another one didn't.
Yeah. He might be coasting off reputation, though. Possibly.
Oh, definitely coasting up his reputation, you know. One of those players who, honestly, he's been plateauing the last couple of years. I hope to see him make an improvement in his game this year.
Plateauing?
I would call him a little bit of a plateau.
Ben Powley's out here calling an up-and-coming young talent. Oh, Murray.
Murray with the D.
3 points. He's been good. He's been handy for some fantasy points in the last couple of weeks.
Oh. It was about 15 metres out the sideline, but, you know, when it's all about the
Yeah.
points, it's about the points.
Well, in the previous game, Gareth left one that went out like 40 metres earlier, and he could have touched it, But then they'd have to take it from way further back. So
I was yelling at him to touch it, honestly, and that wasn't even unspirited of me. I was just saying.
team player.
I was just saying, touch it for the points.
Oh, and
Great throw by Slace. Talis has a bit on that.
ooh, everyone just kind of misreads that. Sid's got it.
Oh, Talis slips over. What's he doing? Get up.
He's up. Kevin,
Oh, Talis wants a block. Talis wants a block.
big around.
Back to Slace.
He's
Good
okay.
at calming that pace down. And Greg, good at looking for... sometimes he likes to throw a little hammer here. Joseph with the great move.
It's not quite in.
And Kevin with the reel.
Yes. But Greg really wanted that up the line by Sean here.
He really
But he
wanted
went
that.
back, and Sander just had a great mark to stop that around. Then, yep, had to reach a bit behind him.
Joseph throwing it a bit on his back shoulder. If someone had been a little bit more heads up, I reckon that's a D there. But Red's still looking good, honestly, still looking good.
Yeah.
They just need to put in their next offensive point and they will be fine. What are we thinking? What are we thinking right now, George? What are we thinking about?
Honestly,
Give me a little insight into the mind of George Wrong right now.
honestly, I think both games just was struggling with some skill execution. I think the first 2 weeks, the games are actually cleaner in terms of throwing and catching, but the play style has been improving, especially right now I feel like Southside should just change something up maybe. They're doing
Yeah.
okay, but
They
as
don't
they start
have
the
that.
game off, Sando was one who
Yeah.
got them the early points. So maybe you want to give this to him a bit more.
What I will say is good teams don't always use their A option, but good teams will generally win because they're good at using their B option as well.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
And I feel like East Adelaide Force are just a bit better at using their B option, right? Like, obviously, with a team like that, they've got two strong deep throwers in Sean and Joseph, and then two really good receivers in Ben and Greg.
Yeah.
But they're more than happy to work it under, you know?
I would back the East Adelaide Force team as a whole for their throws a bit more. A lot of the
Exactly.
Southside Riptide players, I feel like they kind of have to look at their dump a bit.
A little bit sussy Barker on the red team
A little
sometimes. A little bit sussy. But that's fine.
But the players who are
Looks
good
like
at
a brick
throwing
here.
are great at throwing. And they've got some fantastic receivers as well.
What are houses made of, George?
Bricks.
Yeah, 100%. Who pulled that?
We're
I
building,
bet you it was a Ben Powley pull.
building a house here.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
it must have been Keith then.
No, it might be.
Yeah, it must have been Keith. He's the only one building a house right now.
Oh, the house is almost done. They just got to get the outside done. They'll be moving in soon.
Exactly, you know, they've got to put the one or two more bricks in place, and there's one of them, you know. So, Ferdy walking up the disc here. Generally a pretty good throw, but not normally off of a dead disc. He's normally
Yeah.
better in flow.
Oh, that was handy though.
Great
A
throw.
big
that's a job.
fake. The inside. Miscommunication there.
That hurts.
Yeah, everyone's starting to flood deep.
Red
Full
need to
calm
really
and
turn up
collected.
here to find a turn here. Will with the disc.
He's looking.
Out to Keith. Now here's where they need to find a turn. Put a good trap mark on. Oh,
Yeah, it's a good around throw. Parley's got all the space in the world. High release. Sid pulls that one down.
great score by Sid. So there's the half. Do we get a little timeout here? Do we get a little timeout? Do we get a little timeout?
Yep.
I think we're going to have a little timeout here, a little
Yep.
half-timey break. We'll see you after the break. Thank you very much.
Three other people. Will arrive in 3 seconds. Yeah, no, I saw it a little bit on that one. I just seen it in other ones where I'm like, you got a guy in your hips and you're doing this and he's doing that. Oh, shit.
Good, let's do it. Southside! Riptide! Come on! Fuck yeah! Come on, boys.
Need to grab a drink. Fucking whatever you're gonna do for 10 seconds. Yeah, get on the line.
Good luck, guys, cheering him for more. Why would you do that?
Yeah, or like just...
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it would be something. Starting to get too long. She starts looking dead. How long, George? Bring my wife with me. My wife? That's a bit awkward. She's just some of the guys' house having a bar? Is that what you're saying, Rachel? Rachel! Yeah, but she was sitting in the shower. Oh, wait, mate. Hello.
Take like... Sorry.
I would probably like to take. I would probably prefer if you. Okay, Joe. No beers. No beers for the boys. It's Monday. No beer boys. Maybe. Like yes, he's got. Oh no, crap.
Yeah, I think sometimes some people just take it, but yeah, I think
Not big fat to be there.
every time I go pussy.
Welcome back to the second half of the East Adelaide Force for Southside Riptide. Still a close game, 8-5. 30 picking up the disc here. Give us the sendo. 30 seems to be a bit of the driving force of this now.
Oh, 100%. 30 and John. Oh,
Send.
Nooney's got a lay.
Maddox just throwing that one a little bit too far.
A little bit too far. You know, if I was putting disc up for Nooney, just float it up. Give him a hospital pass, honestly.
Yeah.
He's a big, tall boy.
You trust them.
And into Murray, you know, just put it up into his space. Let him just claw it out of the air.
Yeah.
There's no point putting that big leader out. But that could be a little bit of the wind, you know. They are playing that downwind. I definitely learned that a bit throughout our game in terms of if you're going to throw it deep, wait a second, hold on your
Alti.tv.
Still a close game. Still in it.
find their role. I reckon that's where we really capitalised. We just found our role and we got that energy up. Red just need to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Find a D here, put in this dip, put in this score, and before they know it, they'll be right back in this game.
Yeah, they still need sometimes gel together. Of course, their key players missing a lot of games, so. I'm not sure. Halle is against Hex, so I'm not sure if he will be using that. Oh, yeah, the zone is a bit clammy, yes. Pally just being very cheeky with his throws here. Looking quite casual. Oh, easy go. To Greg.
He does like to sort of like rub it in people's faces, I guess.
Yeah.
He knows that he's going to beat them in a throw.
Oh, he's a big fan of getting into people's faces. Or getting into people's heads.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's the other side of ultimate when people don't play, and then there's that mental game. Yeah, look, I don't have to throw the most optimal throw. I can just throw something cheap. I'll still do it.
Yep.
That's what we like to see, honestly. That's what I personally like to see.
Yeah, it is very demoralizing if you're on the receiving end of it, though. You hate it, but you gotta respect it.
Especially when you're just like sniffing discs, like, oh, I just missed it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's just messing with me. I do hate that. But if you're on the throwing end, man, it does look really good.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the jumper. Really wishing I had my pants. Ooh. 9-5, I guess so.
I reckon we might be at a 9-6.
Yep. We're back from technical difficulties. Thank you for staying with us.
When you've got a really good team behind you, like
Yep. Big, hard throw. Ooh. Oh no! Too casual with a D. Oh no. So we see here Curtis Talas. He just flat hammer. Greg. Yeah, Greg a little too casual.
A little too casual, and he gets punished. Catch your D's, as they always
Yep.
say.
No, I think it was Brill out to Curtis for that goal. Oh, that's a...
Is that the energy that Southside Riptide needs to come back into this game? I hope so.
Yeah, hopefully. Be a close one. Oh, yeah, Greg just looking a bit too casual there. Oh, we're back. 2-point game. So close.
2-point game, but I think... Did Red start on offense? I reckon they might have. I reckon Southside Riptide might have started on offense, so technically definitely breaks down.
Yeah. But if there's one turn here, then we're basically, it doesn't matter. The breaks don't matter at all. There are a lot of mistakes happening tonight.
Oh, 100%. It is a little bit windy.
Yeah.
Classic South Australian players can't really deal with any wind over 10 k's an hour.
Yeah. And even 10 k's per hour is a windy day for us.
That's why we always struggle when we go to nationals.
Exactly.
You know, we go over to Melbourne, Sydney,
Canberra, Nelson Bay.
Nelson Bay, my God. Nelson Bay this year is going to be a little bit of a pooper storm, I think.
Yep.
So we got just pick up this here, looking at Ben Cowley. That's a good hit.
Murray's been playing amazing.
Murray has been playing very good. Come on, Chris.
Ooh, Keith rips that one down. Yeah, it's a Murray.
Look at this. Keith just starts going. He knows it's coming. Got the space.
Just does enough.
Classic lefty as well. Catching it with the left hand.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
Looks like the biggest flex ever, but no, he is a left-handed player.
weird people on the sideline.
There are definitely some weird people. I'm not sure if that's milk or if that's soybean drink. Mm.
Now, George, here's a question for you.
Sure.
Top 3 places to go to dinner after Christmas.
Ah, great question. Well, what's open at this time?
There's only those late night places on Chinatown.
Yeah, usually I just walk down Guja Street, see what's open. Have a look around. I know Hot and Spicy is a big favourite of a lot of people. I've actually never been there.
You've never been.
I've never been.
Now, that's just sacrilege for how long you've been in Ultimate.
I know. Every time someone asks me to go, I always say no. So I've never been still.
Hot and Spicy is the first place beloved. It is just, unfortunately, recently they've gone from a 10:30 close to a 10 o'clock close.
Oh, just a little bit out of the range.
Out of the range to make it on time to go to the old Hot and Spicy kitchen.
Mm.
And then you've always got those good establishments like Ying Chow.
Oh, yeah, Ying Chow's good.
I do love some 18th Street Hot Pot.
Mm.
Chow Chow.
Yep.
Singh is a big fan of the old Lice Noodle Bar.
30.
We did go to Barbecue City last week.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
That was a little bit shy. Not gonna lie, people, if you're looking for a late night feed, Barbecue City ain't it, guys. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 10.
It is cheap, though.
It is not cheap, actually.
Is it not?
I reckon the bill was like $350.
Hey, back to Ultimate here. 30 is back to his old ways.
Getting every second disc and making
Oh,
great
amazing
throws.
throw
Look
through
at
the
that.
cup.
John Brill. Oh,
Oh, no.
that's all right. He knew
It
where it
works
was
out.
going.
John Bruce, Tim Stevens.
There's a connection.
Yeah, the West Adelaide
The
connection.
West Adelaide connection.
But they're playing for Southside.
That throw was looking a little bit suspect, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I lost track of where the end zone was, but
He had a little bit of a slip, that's what it was. It was a
Yep.
little bit of a slip.
that's all right. That's connections.
Kept up, just.
So connections do for you.
True. So, Southside, making a little bit of a comeback. I reckon we're 10-8 here now.
Yeah, I think so.
That's all right. I'm sure we'll get an update soon.
Yep.
Oh, Sando coming back on the field for a D point. This is what we like to see. A little bit of a almost power-esque line, but we don't have a 30 on the line, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's gonna take a break after that point. He was hustling.
You know what? He's not really a defensive player anyway. Not that good on D. He's on the O-line in outbreak because, you know, he hasn't got the legs to run out a full point if he's playing DO. It's fair enough, honestly. But he is a very strong offensive player.
Oh, absolutely. I'd back him any day of the week.
In terms of a #1 look, he will always get free.
It's always a joy playing on a team with 30. It feels like every time you look up as a handler and you're like, I need someone to cut. And then you see 30 coming in. You're like, that's nice.
Well, I had him on my team last year, George.
Mm.
And I reckon he turned up to about 4 games out of the whole year.
Oh.
He definitely let me down a little bit. But I understand. I get it. You know, if you're on a losing team, maybe you don't want to come out so much.
Needs
But,
that spark. Needs that intensity. Maybe
That
he
just-
wants you to yell at him.
That just shows me that he has a weak mindset. You know, he can't handle the hard games. He can't handle being the #2, the #3, the #4 team.
Oh, just out of the reach of Murray. The
Murray
zone
with a drop.
might be working here. So they have 1 in the cup, and 3 in the cup, 1 mark.
Red trying to get this moving quickly. Scott to Andy. Back.
Yeah, and here's where Sando being on the D-line comes in handy, because you give the disc to him.
Consistent.
Nice,
That's
here.
a Wes. Wes with the dump. Straight back to Sander. You can't give Sander the...
Oh, no. Commentator's curse.
A little bit of the commentator's curse there. I reckon they can find it back. Gotta find it back here.
Looking around. Greg's in the dump space.
Gets it to Will on the back hip. Will with the high release. Out to Keith. Out to Jin.
Yeah. Working well. I feel like a lot of the teams are just working. Is that corner?
That corner is the low. It's the bottom corner of the wind. So you know.
Sorry, high release flick from Will to get that.
Position. High release flick. I do love the high release flick. It's a throw that not many people have or use, but
it's
used
very
in the right
hard
way
to
like
block.
That, it is almost impossible to block.
I think it's because everyone teaches you to keep your hands low when you're marking.
Exactly.
So as soon as you have a high release flick, you're in the mind of the mark.
Yeah. No, I do love the high release flick, but I also, even more than that, the high release lefty backhand.
Yeah.
The high release lefty backhand is just like, it's just that flex throw, you know? It's like, oh yeah, I could throw a high release flick, but instead I'm going to throw the lefty backhand.
Yeah, exactly. You got to practice those.
Big purveyor of the lefty backhand is Tom Morrissey.
Yeah.
The classic throw, in fact.
Ben Foley as well.
And Ben Foley, in fact, yes. They both do love it. And I love it as well. I wish it's a throw I had in my repertoire.
Yeah. Well, alas, all you have is big throw to end zone.
Exactly. But, you know, doesn't go wrong. Doesn't go wrong.
One year the game.
Tonight, and that's all I'll say.
Catching the pull. It's always a positive sign. Gives your team a bit of an energy boost. 30 back out for this O point.
So now it's 4 handlers back in. Now this is interesting. Are we looking at a bit of a handler grind from the backfield?
Oh no, cold drop. I think he wasn't expecting that one coming to him. Someone goes up. I think that was... Wait. I'm not sure why Pale was pointing at us.
A little bit of, oh, okay, I see what's happening here.
Just great cut by Sid. Sneaking out the back there. Let's get into the end zone.
A little bit of trash talk coming out from Martin Tonkin right now on the on the live stream. Marty, not appreciating it, mate. I just literally carried you for 120 minutes in our game, so I'd appreciate if you stop. Thank you. That's all I have to say about that. But now you can hear my beautiful voice again. And we're back. East Adelaide Force taking a commanding lead, honestly.
Yeah.
Looking like they're going to close out the game.
4 points. Very much like last game.
Very much like the last time they played, exactly. Just Red putting up a little bit of a fight at the start, but Black just pulling through with their experience, turning up the Jets.
Yeah, experience and talent, I'd say.
It's going to be hard for Red to make a comeback now. I do want it, though. I would like a close league. You know, it's not fun when you play those just blowout leagues where, I mean, speaking from experience, of the team that went 1 win, 7 losses last season.
Ouch.
Maybe 1 win. I can't remember if it was a triple round robin or a double round robin, but playing in a lot of those teams, I definitely understand it. I was also in the classic Alex Britton-Jones team back in the day that picked Lachlan Wise as the first pick, who never actually turned up to a single game.
Oh, no.
And then I was also in the classic Shantanu team that also went
Oh, I remember that one.
0-8, I think, or maybe 1-8. But I'm finally on a team with a good captain, so hopefully this year.
Whoa.
Hopefully this year.
They're just working up back. They're just going side to side. 30, making things happen. Well, he's in power position there, but doesn't pull the trigger.
Black playing a little bit of what are we playing here?
It's a bit of a, it's a classic pommy zone.
It's a pommy, but it's just like a little looser.
They've stretched it out quite a bit, and wow. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh.
Ooh.
Is it up? It's up.
It's up. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
That was surprising.
Really look down here, but you know, when no one else sees it, that's all right.
Yep. But now they've just basically gone back to where they've started. So
Need to stay
out of the handler space now.
Need to stay up on that high side when you get there.
Yeah, they want to come closer to the sideline here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Here we go. Got to get on a run here. Where's with the disc? Just
Gotta
back
get
for your dump, swing it. Perfect.
I want to give it to a handler. Like that. That works.
Great throw there, just cutting through with
breaking
these.
that cut to Wes. Going.
Oh.
Couldn't quite see that. It's a bit too far away.
It's just that classic. Teams look really, really good until they get to that red zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want to finish a point feeling a bit tired. Don't want to put in the extra work to... What have we got? What's happened here? Pick.
Could have been a travel pick. Well,
Makes it a little bit hard when no one uses their hand signals.
yeah, that's true.
Looks like a pick. Pick on Ben Powley. Walking back to his defender, Tim Stevens. I reckon this is still going to go, though.
Yeah, it's
And there it
going.
goes.
And he's going to be sandwiched here. He's got it, though. Right on the end zone line. Oh, he's going in between the legs.
Look at him. He's really going to put this in now.
No, he doesn't. He's playing disciplined. But he wants it back here, I think. He's clogging it up in the space. Gets it back. Here we go. Oh, easy.
And that's that mind game stuff that I'm talking about. That's the stuff I love, George.
Yeah, just
A little bit of
flexing through the legs.
A little bit of flair. I like that. I really do.
Giving it back to Pale. He just finds Keith just strolling in the end zone there. Is that Keith?
But that sort of stuff is where you put teams nail in the coffin, you know? Like, oh.
Yeah. Ooh, if I was on the other team, I would not be happy about that one.
Oh, 100%. No one would be happy about that, but you know.
Yeah, he was getting sandwiched there. Skied two people, looked great on the camera, and then just for a bit of salt in the wound, just
a little bit of a giggle, a little bit of a laugh, as you would say. Bottle of water.
Moving it between the legs.
Yeah. No, unfortunate. Unfortunate for this red team. I do want to see them win, but next week I think we're also going to have to crush them, so it's not going to be next week. Maybe against White. I reckon against White they do have a strong chance as well.
I think they do have a good chance, even though they got beaten pretty handily last time. No subs, no 30.
No big dinner. What can they do?
No Talos.
No Talos.
So that will definitely be looking better next time, hopefully.
That White team is definitely, no offense to them, the second weakest team in the league right now. They're not looking good,
That's what
honestly.
the stats show.
Especially with that Sam Kaon pick. I don't even know how he's still making Super League at this point. Like, how old is he now? 56?
Oh, you're way off, mate. At least 70.
Oh, yeah. Getting up there, you know.
Yeah.
But I get it. We got to honor our veterans and, you know, got to pick them before they go senile and don't even know what's happening on the field.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
it's even a little bit
even
warm.
warm. Thank you, Sam Tonkin, for giving us a blanket. Oh, as this throw goes long.
Oh, great throw to Big
Easy
Dinner.
Go. See who this throw is from. What, 30 was it?
It was from 30.
Stand still, stand and deliver. Big throw.
Knows his receiver as well.
Yeah. Number 1 and number 2 picks.
But, you know, when you've got Joseph Petrie chasing you, going deep, throw's always going to be on. Not going to lie to you.
It's not too bad.
If there's one thing that man is not good at, it's chasing.
Very handy on offense. He can make a... He can pretty reliably get the disc back, but straight line running against John Brewer, I would back John Brewer all day.
Any day of the week. And look, here's Joseph just walking off the field.
Trudging off the field.
Classic trudge. If that is actually how I would describe Joseph walking in one word. Trudge.
Yep.
He's a trudger. Heavy-footed. So, Red, what are we thinking? What are the odds, George? What are the odds that they're going to come back right now?
Well, the odds aren't good, but honestly, this team still needs to gel together. They want to put together some good points, especially with their, especially that last point, that 30 to John Brewer connection.
I understand that, but it's getting crunch time, you know? If they don't start winning some games now, they're going to have a hard run for the finals.
Here we go.
And you never want a hard run for the finals, George. You always
Talos
want to
at
make it
the
nice
pool.
and easy. Talos has got a big arm on him. And
Rips
there is
it.
the big arm. But it's still falling a bit
Drops a
short.
bit short.
Oh.
Ooh, though it gets everyone.
A little bit of an in-swinger there, mate.
Everyone's in.
Sean Lace picking up the disc. We're looking at a Pommy again, but that loose Pommy.
Yeah, it's very loose in the middle.
This is where the handlers need to drive from the backfield, is my opinion. You go up and through the cup, and then you look for those breakthroughs through.
Although Sid standing close to the camera here, very free. They can get the disc to him somehow. He's standing on the low side.
Very free. Oh,
this
here's
is
a chance for a D.
speculative.
Oh, Jin taking
Big
a great grab.
Aggressive on the disc.
And that's what you got to do in these windy conditions. You got to just go hard at the disc, trust that you're going to have a catch.
Yep. Oh no.
And Murray.
He
with the
double
reel-in.
jumped essentially. He faked them out with the first jump.
I do love to call Murray Bambi because often he's fallen over, not very strong on his legs,
Look at those parlay throwing that was there. Jump,
a little
jump. Got it.
little bit unsure of his footing. He reminds me of a Bambi. And he's obviously Ted's younger brother as well. Where is Ted today, in fact?
Well, you know, Ted. The reason why Ted was picked so low is because he has 1 week on, 1 week off, and regardless of what happens, he's always going to take that week off. So he's only playing one every 2 games. I saw him on the weekend. I asked him to come and commentate, even though he wasn't playing. He was like, "No, it's probably a bad look for my team if I turned up and just didn't play." So he might be watching this from home.
He probably is watching this from home. And to Ted, Storybook Brawl is not as good as Frisbee, mate. You should be out here playing for your team. I'm disappointed. But, you know, maybe if he was here, they would have won. Who knows?
That is very, very possible. A very handy player.
In another universe, Ted is fit and running around and playing Frisbee regularly and winning games for his team. But not in this one. And that's fine.
Yeah, is he playing Nationals this season?
He is, in fact. He's playing Div 1.
Okay.
He's currently looking at being the replacement for Greg on the O-line, from what I've heard.
I see.
Big shoes to fill. I don't know if he has big feet to fill those shoes, but we'll see, I guess, as the season progresses. I mean,
maybe he'll come out to more games as conditioning improves. He's taken a long break from competitive ultimate.
He has taken a long break, especially after last year, getting injured in the first half of the season and then having to go play Div 2 instead. Just needs to deal with a little bit of...
But madx sends this one.
Now, there's a foul call that might happen here, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Ferdy just got that. There we go. And Ferdy just gives that.
And he just goes.
It's
He knows he has
He
the Kevin Lazada matchup, and he just goes.
So I think Ferdy would back himself. Speed and height here in this matchup, so that's why he'd go deep.
And it's funny saying height because, you know, Ferdy's not a very tall player.
No.
But in that specific matchup, he has got the height advantage. You can't teach height in that matchup.
Even against some taller players, you still back him height-wise. He's got some hops.
Oh, he definitely has some hops, but I wouldn't describe him as a player who plays tall. I would describe him as a player who will always make a bid for a disc, though. He's not like your Sean Davis or your John Brill, who are quite short players, but they will play much, much above their height.
Yeah.
Like, they can take someone like a Greg, I honestly think, or a Powley.
Yeah.
They know how to play tall.
Well, Ferdy's advantage mostly is that he will come out of nowhere with these fat layout D plays, and you just think, where did this guy come from?
That is true, but I still haven't seen a highlight reel play from Ferdy yet. You know?
Yeah. That's some good offensive plays.
Seen one from Singh, seen one from Sean, seen a couple from Nathan, but none from Ferdy yet.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having these games recorded. And if you like one of your games recorded, make sure to check out OTTV on Patreon. Link is in the description. For as little as $5 a month, you too can support Ultimate.
I have been meaning to sign up for the OTTV Patreon because they do such a consistently good job.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what happens when you have a team of people who've been working for so long to deliver high-quality Ultimate streaming for free as well.
Exactly.
You know? They're just all really passionate people, and yes, they definitely deserve.
Murray sends this one deep. It's for nothing. Oh, that could have been the final throw to end the game. Now 14 points. It's game 15.
Now, if there's one player on this team that I would say probably shouldn't be throwing, it's Murray.
Yeah, but he is young, and I do like the fact that they've given him the green light to do it. Eventually, he will
I don't know if he had the green light. I think that's just a little bit of hot-headed ego there. You know, he's
Yeah.
been having his good game.
That is
Feels
true.
like he's got the, you know, he's got the guts to throw a big throw, and maybe it'll be the nail in the coffin for his team. You know, maybe Red's going to come back right now. He's going to regret that one throw that he threw to Ben Powley.
Hopefully not. But I don't mind him throwing that one when they're 4 points up.
I hope so. I hope this comes back to haunt them. At least for one more point, you know?
Yeah. Some sort of violation going on. Oh, a long talk out there.
A long talk over nothing. Just coming back in now. Andy over to Skay. Great throw. Needs to throw that continuation. They would catch it, the goal.
Yep. That's a slate.
But I think we're
Southside
up on
Riptide,
point diff.
full.
Well,